This is a city. Some call it Denton, Texas.
We call it ReaperLand.
For
Tester.
our hosts. We have hosts? Where? It's Pocketland. It's Cranky Dog. It's
Hey, guys.
Lieutenant Floby. It's Madman. It's Roger.
Sorry,
And we have hosts somewhere.
I had to turn down the volume.
They're somewhere around here.
Hosty. It's Friday.
Yes.
And it's February?
Hi, Hyper Bunny. Yes, it is. And I am Trajan. It is February the 7th.
The month of love?
Yeah, new browser window. Who dis? Hey, MG Photo.
Cranky Dog.
Do hostess cupcake? Yeah, there you go. Hello, John, brother Dave. So yeah, it's the February the 7th. I don't know what episode, and we got 17 more days until the building.
Oh yeah. I'm waiting for. I took a big video, but it's still processing. So once it's done processing, we'll go through.
We'll put it up so I can do my Madden screen here.
Oh,
I got
can't
an
put it
itchy
up.
finger.
It's processing. You can still draw.
How's everybody in chat?
It's an overlay, so you can draw on anything.
Can I?
Yeah. There it is.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
It's always on, or at least right
Always.
now. I don't have a button to turn it off, but yeah, it's Friday. Yeah, Hyper Bunny. Almost time to see all the
users.
beautiful Rockies.
The Rockies.
The quarterly contest.
Oh, yeah.
Or the 90-day challenge.
Yeah.
I think I have the website pulled up.
Cool, Madman. That's good.
Whoops. Let me refresh the page.
Yeah. I run everything through my phone, the calendar on my phone, and it has alarms going off all the time. It's like, oh, shit. Forgot about that.
Yeah, so we have the Reaper's 90-day challenge number 3.
Oh, so they're using a little Rocky Dragon. Cool.
Yeah, scheming
Cool.
Scheming Rocky.
The scheming Rocky. Planning.
Yes.
Okay.
I think this is the one. Is this the one with the dragonfly on its tail? I think it might be. But submissions
90 day, yeah.
submissions are due on 2/15. That's the close date. And then
It's like 8 days from now, right?
Exactly.
7 or 8 days.
so there's all the rules. There's the contest page.
There's rules?
Yes.
We don't need no stinking rules.
I know. Can't post them on social media, yada yada. The whole rules. The
All
normal
these
rules.
And who monitors all this?
Me.
You.
Yeah.
You're the policeman.
Yeah.
You're the one with the badge.
Yeah,
the,
Matt.
The man. The
Yeah.
authority.
Uh-huh.
The
I
big
approve
cheese,
all
Mr.
of them.
Honcho.
I approve. Sometimes people submit twice, and sometimes I do double approvals, but I catch them normally. Yeah, ever since Matt left, because he was doing the quarterly contests and
Yeah.
the big contest, I took over all the contests. So
Exactly, Lieutenant Floby. Mm-hmm. Yeah, keeping them down, oppressing the man.
pressing. I am the judge. Scott's honor. Was it this way? 3 in the middle?
Three in the middle. Yeah, Scout. You were never a Boy Scout?
No.
No.
How
How did you miss that?
I don't know. It just wasn't in my circles.
Oh,
I have a weird story of why am I'm off
don't
camera
know.
off camera here. My upbringing
I
was
did bathe.
Oh, it smells good in here. But I had a weird upbringing. My upbringing is not common, I don't think.
Well, neither is mine. I had Ed as a brother.
That's true. I didn't have a brother, so I was alone.
Oh, you have brothers.
I had Paul, I guess.
You had
technically.
Paul.
But maybe I'll tell that story at some point. Maybe if you guys ask, I'll talk about it.
Thought
I don't
the
think I've ever
title
talked about it
said
on stream.
The Mouth of Love?
The month, maybe? I named the title of the episode, The Month of
Oh.
Love. Hey, Kara. Speaking of Kara, I know you've been asking about when Kara's going to be coming on.
Yeah, our guest host. Right now we have this nifty skull, but it's not as engaging as her.
And to come in and paint. I think Kara wants to come in and paint on stream for us. So we hung out this weekend and we played Blood on the Clock Tower this weekend.
Oh yeah, I heard that was a big success.
Mm-hmm. And it was a good time. Kara was our imp. She was the killer. She was the evil
Kara,
imp.
the evil one.
One game. It was a blast. I love playing the game.
Now, so yeah, has anybody ever played in chat? Lohald. Has anybody played? What is it? Betrayal at Mansion?
Yeah. Betrayal on Haunted
Hill or something.
Haunted
like
House,
that.
Haunted Hill.
Yeah.
Something
yeah,
like
I love playing that. And again, you not until the very end you find out who the bad person is. Yeah. Well, I had my suspicions about you, Kara.
And so Kara asked her boss if she could like work from home or like work from Denton one day.
Yeah.
So we got to work out
Yes.
days and times
Yes, Cranky Dog.
of when Kara can come in. So,
Yeah, that'd
but
be cool.
We're working on it.
The skull, like I said, the skull's not as engaging as you. So. Yeah.
And Kara was like, Dave knows how awkward I am on camera, right? I was like, oh, you'll get better.
I got you covered. I will give you my Madden screen. You can hide your hands. I will give you a clicky pen and just make sure never to give it to John.
I'm already under Ron's desk as we speak. Lol. I haven't been to Ron's office. I don't know what it looks like. Has he started packing up yet?
A few
little
bits
bit?
and pieces, yeah. I think I'm the last one. I haven't even started on my office yet. It's just all these other things that keep coming up. Yeah, there was well, that's a long story. We'll talk about that another time unless chat wants to hear it. But what else is going on?
I am done with moving mold making, my old mold making area. So that's
Yeah.
all cleaned up for me. And then I moved all of the old studio and my old office upstairs. All the trash has been thrown away, and I moved all the stuff out of there.
Have you found any dead bodies?
I have not. There is a ton of miniatures though in the studio because
Yeah.
Ron uses them for photographs,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of Bones 5 and Bones 6 masters, and they're just on the tables and stuff. I told Ron, I'm not touching those because last time somebody touched them, they got broke. So I'll let you handle it. And I think Kevin's going to handle
Yeah.
those.
We
but
still
yeah.
have masters to clean out, master molds and masters. And I was talking with Kevin about that, and I went over and got a larger rental place. We have a rental storage place next door, and I went and got a couple of units.
Oh, right next door.
Right next door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like down the street or something.
No, right next door. And so, yeah, and that was good because I originally done a 10 by 15 and a 10 by 20. And then after Kevin and I looked at the master's room, it's like, we need a bigger
room. Yeah, we need a bigger. You're going to need a bigger boat.
So I traded the 10 by 15 in for a 10 by 25. So I think we're covered now.
Okay.
Do you want to find dead bodies? Not necessarily, no, but we've been here for like 20 years. I'm sure there's some around.
It was built on the.
Ed always had a good sense of humor. At our dock area where UPS and the postmaster comes and deliveries would be delivered, he put up a sign that said something about morgue drop off. Bodies leave the bodies here or something like that. And some of the people was like, what is this Reaper thing? And so Ed always had this pre-done story about when people would ask that, he would go like, well, when you have an accident and it's a fatal accident, yeah. Well, they don't waste their time calling the ambulance. They call us and we pick up the body and bring them back.
I mean, that's funny. A place called Reaper, you never know. It could be. That's a pretty clever name for like a mortuary.
So, yeah.
Reaper. We actually make farm equipment.
Oh, yeah.
Like scythes. Like,
so.
That's hilarious. I'm going to start telling people that.
Yeah, how much gold the dead bodies. Ooh, I like your way of thinking there, Terrigen.
So I gave the first tour of the year.
I bet that was fast. No, we don't have all the things to talk about.
I walked through the old building.
Oh, okay.
But it felt weird because on the normal tour, I'd be like, and this is where we do this and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, there's nothing there. I go, this is where we used to do
this.
And I was like,
just imagine all these shelves.
And I'm like, remember this for when we get to the new building, and we'll talk about it there. So it just felt kind of weird, but it was nice because one of the people on the tour had already taken it before.
Yeah.
So they remembered where things were and kind of the gist of it. But they were from the UK, so they came over. They're about 40 minutes from Nottingham, they said. So I don't know exactly where.
Hey, Vaxar.
Thanks. Thanks for joining.
Welcome to the chat.
But it's probably going to be one of the last tours. I said, you guys are the first people I'm doing the tour with the new building. And so it took me a little while I kind of planned out my route of what I'm going to do now for tours. Mm-hmm. Casting is still tight as ever. Not much you can do there. They can go where Gint's desk is and go around the back, I guess.
Right, that's the Jeffries tube. We still have to have access to all that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then everything else was pretty good.
Did you show him my office?
Is that the one with all the white boxes in it?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I said this was going to be a meeting room, and then it became Dave's office, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
And now all the excess boxes that we no longer need, it was like, I'm tired. Come on, we're unboxing, and now they're filling up the aisleways. It was like, okay, we're running out of workroom here. Just put them all in my office, and so everybody started. And so now my entire office is full of these white boxes.
And so that was pretty fun. It was the first tour of the new building and stuff. It was pretty neato. Yeah, that was it. I did that right before the game of Blood on the Clock Tower this Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
I planned it because I was like, I'm going to be at the factory anyway, because they wanted to do it on Saturday. And I said, well, I'm playing games there on Sunday, so maybe we can do it on Sunday. And they said, sure. So I got here early.
So did they have the English accent and everything?
2 of them did. One of them's from here, actually.
Oh, okay.
Used to come to Paint Club and stuff all the time, and then they moved to the UK. Then they came back. But, yeah, it was pretty neato. They were talking about the UK factory and all that stuff, because they're from close to Nottingham.
Yeah.
Which you'll be going over there soon, right?
Probably in May.
May?
Yeah. Shut it down and move it to the Netherlands.
To the Netherlands.
Inside the EU. Cheerio. What's all of this?
What's all this then?
Yeah, exactly.
Cheerio. So I'm excited for Kara to come in and paint in here.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on this video. Oh, there it is. It's a long video. So whenever we're ready, we can go
But
through.
we got you covered, Kara. You can have my Madden screen, and I'll give you a clicky pen. And
that's kind of what I'm setting this area up. Is the whole painting, sculpting, terrain building area show. We'll probably, my plan is soon, once the kind of everything dies down with the building move and all that stuff, is to start to stream almost every day from in here. Probably towards the end of the day, so like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So maybe stream for an hour, 2 hours at the end of the workday, and then maybe we can have some guests in and things like that.
Oh,
Start streaming from in here every day.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be way cool. That's what you think. The joke's on you, Kara. No, we will engage you.
But it is nice. I'm happy that everything is moved out of the everything that I needed, all the electronics. Now I just got to store it in here. I still got to get your amps from upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whose U-Haul was over there?
That's okay. So Ed's warehouse that we have all of his house furniture and stuff. I've been trying to find a home for it, and
that explains the break room.
So I found a friend, a good friend of ours. He works on the cars and everything.
Oh yeah.
And he was in town, and it was like, hey, do you need a bedroom set and all that? Well, yeah, I do. You know what? Ed would be ecstatic if you took this.
Okay.
And so I took him up to the warehouse, and he looked at it, and it was like, yeah, I'd love to have this. So that's tomorrow. That's my job tomorrow, is to take the U-Haul over there, because he lives in Sanger.
Oh.
And I think Courtney and Bonita are borrowing the company truck to move something. So it's like we need some moving stuff, because it's a lot of. So it's like, hell with it. I'll go rent a U-Haul from next door.
So because I came in, I can't remember what day. Wednesday morning. I can't remember, Thursday, and there was more workout equipment.
Hi, Vowuchi.
Yeah, Vwuchi.
Workout equipment. Over here.
Yeah, there was a new treadmill in there, a row machine.
Is that where the row machine went?
And a biking machine.
Yeah.
Those got added into the break room over here.
By the way, we have a gym.
We have a gym.
Our employees. It's an employee benefit. Go in there and press some iron.
Yeah, I know Jonathan uses it.
Yeah. He's the only one.
A couple other people, maybe.
They?
I used to walk during lunch while I eat my sandwiches and stuff. So during lunch, I walk on the treadmill. But it's nice to have. There's a shower in there.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So Hyper Bunny, did you got your order? I see. Hyper Bunny says they got their order.
Good.
Make sure
We've been kind of running a little bit behind with the move and everything. So.
Here we go. Yay! I'm just making sure it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, did you take a picture for everybody in chat?
For what?
Of the workout room.
Oh, no, I didn't. I can real quick. But I came in and it was all done up. I got a mop in there, so the floor's really dirty.
Mr. Fix-It he's been really good about moving Ruben.
Oh, Ruben.
I call him Mr. Fix-It.
I was like, who?
Moving stuff. And literally the factory is almost completely deserted now, other than the offices.
Yeah, I figured this would be cool. Let's see.
That was my car wash.
Yeah, so this will just be playing, and then you can let me know when you want to
Yeah.
stop. But because I just did a whole walkthrough of the whole building.
There's the drains for the car wash. And now you're walking into internet. Straight ahead or left is the paint department.
Yeah, it feels kind of barren.
There's the paint department.
I know. Look at
that. Looks like there was a battle in here.
And it's so much brighter everywhere.
Yeah, I know, Cranky Dog. And this is where all the internet was. This is where we'd pull your orders. Mm-hmm. Now, if we only had flashing lights and low intensity lights, this could be a Doom computer game setting.
Oh.
Or Left 4 Dead, right? Yeah, Bucci, yeah, some of them exploded. And those are the offices actually back there, up there with the lights. So right there, all those lights up there. That's the offices. That's my office and Ed's office.
Because this used to be the front parking lot.
Yeah, this used to be the parking lot. And then the Star Trek doors. And then you have upstairs, there's the photo gallery, the wall of lost art. This used to be the Reaper game store until we moved it over at its current location.
Well, because the story, I don't know the exact story, but when we moved into this factory in 2004, you had this front area, because this was like the very front of that door was not even there.
Right.
And so y'all didn't know what to do with this, right? Is that what the story was? It was like y'all didn't know what to do with it. And we were like, hey, let's make it a retail space.
I thought about reenacting the whole Lost of Ark of the Covenant, with the Indiana Jones thing. Oh yeah. And Ed poo-pooed on that, and so then I said, well, how about a retail store? Oh. Okay. And he's like, yeah, sure, but it's your job. So it was my. Oh. Back then it was like, oh, you came up with the idea. It's now your task to get it done.
And then when did Gus come into the picture?
He came in. I'd have to check my records, but I think he came in 2011. An employee named Mark Kilty was first running the store here.
7 years after the store was. I guess the store wasn't made immediately.
No, I mean literally, we just it just had Reaper stuff only. And it was just kind of like we opened it up and oh, by the way, we have a retail store if people came by the factory. And we tried a little bit of advertising here and there, and it spread through word of mouth, and that was about all we really did with it. I tried to get some tournaments, Catan, Settlers of Catan tournaments.
Oh, really?
And then Ann started doing Paint Club.
Yeah.
And so that helped spread the word. And Warhammer and all that sort of stuff.
Really?
So and it was about 700 square feet, but this was the original store. And like I said, we had the space, and it was like, well, we don't know what to do. It's too big for an office. It's like, well, hey, why don't we put in a retail store?
That's so funny, because it's not ideal. Like it's in a big industrial.
No
park.
It doesn't have a lot of foot traffic of people just walking by.
It's not off the street.
A destination. Yeah.
It's like you start driving back and you're like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be back here. Yeah. Because it feels like you're.
Because it's an industrial. Yeah.
Like you're in a bunch of factory like warehouses. And so because this is how I got the job here. I was right out of high school. I was sorting my Magic collection in the game store one day, and this was at like 1 p.m. or something like that. And it was just me and Gus in the game store. So Gus was behind the counter, and I was just the only one in the store sitting at the table. And Brian Stilts came in, and he had just got back from Adepticon, or one of the conventions. I think it was Adepticon, or Gen Con, one of the two. A convention. And he came in, and he found out that day that...
exactly, Cranky Dog.
that somebody had quit. A caster had quit while he was gone.
Oh, yeah.
And so Gus was like, hey, well, that kid over there just put in an application. And Brian was like, do you want to interview right now? And I said, sure. And then so I went back and we interviewed. I think it was in your office. We interviewed, and then they were like, they said, when can you start? And I said, anytime. They go, you want to start right now?
Did they do the hold out your hand? Yeah, there's a pulse. Hire.
No. And he said, do you want to start right now? And I said, sure. And I went into casting, and I started casting that day, and I've been here ever since. So that's kind of how the story was. I was just the right place at the right time.
You remember Jackson?
That's the kid, right?
The kid,
the curly-haired kid.
Yeah. He would come here and hang out at the store.
Oh yes,
and just hung out and just kind of like provide help, and just enjoyed hanging out and talking with people and helping out. But he wasn't on pay. And then finally, it was like, we give him a job?
Yeah.
Well, he's only 15. Oh, great. Okay.
I think
Let
it was
me-
just like sorting cards and stuff.
Yeah.
First.
So I'm like, okay, well, let me go. One, we needed permission from his mom, and then
Yeah.
two, I need to familiarize myself with the child labor laws. If you're 16 or older, it's fine, but he was 15. So
Oh, yeah.
I got his permission and refreshed myself on the child labor laws, and it's like, well, hey, yeah, we can offer you a job.
Now he went off to college, and
He's off to
I haven't
college.
seen him
and
in a
now,
while.
He's going to graduate, and he's going to. Last I heard, he's going up to Washington D.C.
Oh, wow.
working on IT security.
No, nice. That's good.
Yeah,
He was good. He was smart too. He was good at card games. He won a few tournaments down here. Yeah.
at local Trader Joe's, really. The honorary. Yeah.
Oh, because you would just hang out at Trader Joe's all the time? You want to start right now? 0 red flags? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. I think we go into the break room next.
Now stop.
Oh.
Yeah, that door right there
Used to be the front door.
That used to be the front door, and then the Star Trek door that we walked. We had 2 doors.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, and so why we had 2 doors, I don't
know.
remember why. But
It's probably
we did.
because that's how the building was set up originally when y'all bought it?
No, I forget.
Or did y'all add a door?
One was technically for just the employees. You know,
Which
and
was
then,
the left one.
and then I think we put that one in for the store.
Yeah, it was the store
originally.
entrance. Because the telestrator. Well, let me refresh
Yeah,
here.
yeah, Kara. Yeah, put things out of place. Yeah,
Because the counter used to be right here.
yes,
And so like right up against this,
Yes.
right up against the, and it would go this way.
yeah,
Or no.
yeah. No, the counter was there before we put in the
I
other
thought it was-
side door.
I thought it was this way.
No, mm-mm.
Like that.
No.
Huh.
It was the other way.
Okay. Yeah, so it used to be like this then.
Yeah.
Or so as soon as you came in,
Mm-hmm.
you were like right next to the counter of the game store, and then the rest of the store was open. So that's like that was the door to the game store right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's still a lot of stuff left on the walls, like the shark jaws up here.
Yeah. Okay.
Right
That's
there.
the break room.
They're keeping these, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The shark jaws are from green users.
Hey, Hayden Butt 96.
The wall decorations and everything is back when we did ReaperCon 2012 here at the factory. We decorated this as a pirate bar. And so the wall and the shark jaws and everything else. And then into the main factory.
Yeah, it looks so empty. It's crazy. Because this mezzanine, so pause it, I guess. Let me go back 10 seconds. So internet used to be directly to the right,
Yes,
right here.
right under this mezzanine, but the mezzanine wasn't there. But yeah, that's where internet used to be.
So
right in
internet
this
used to be
area.
here. And there was no mezzanine
No.
when
And-
I first started working.
And that's where, but then it just kept growing and growing, and then finally we needed to move it out of there, and so we expanded and put internet where it was there.
Yeah, so we only had, I think it was 2 walls. Mm-hmm. We had 2 big walls
Yeah,
that like went this way that carried all of our products.
yeah, yeah,
When I first started working here.
Yeah.
2010. And so this is where internet was. No mezzanine at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where internet was. No, I didn't see the popcorn machine. The popcorn machine got moved over,
yeah.
but it hasn't been set up
MG
yet.
Photo. I'm not familiar with the term face. I still face shelves decades removed from the chore. I'm not sure what face shelves mean. But yeah, and then this used to be paint right there.
Yeah, paint used to be here,
Right there.
which I always thought was weird because, oh man, I think people used to pump right here, right?
Yeah, that was the pumping station.
And I remember Daryl didn't like people
Looking
walking, so
at him.
He covered
and
this.
So he covered that. And then, but the break room is where they'd have paint club. But
Yeah.
then they could look
See.
out into the factory if we were working or something like that.
Yeah, because I think the sink and stuff used to be over here.
Ah, okay, MG Photo. Yeah, yeah.
Because the sink used to be over here. Mm-hmm. And that's where paint was.
Yes.
And then it got moved into the new building,
Yes.
the new
when we
parking lot.
expanded for internet. Yeah.
And then this became distribution.
yes,
So this is where distribution was. Now we have internet and distribution
combined.
combined.
Yeah. That was back in the day when we had a lot of distributors. Now we don't have that many. They've all gone away.
Yeah. Tool chests, but the mezzanine, like that wasn't there before. It was crazy. This is where the packaging wheels used to be.
The dock has always been there. The packaging
to the right.
to the right.
When it
You'd have
comes
to
back
go
around.
to the left.
Yeah, it's coming.
And
Right.
there. So yeah, where all that stuff, that was originally where that stuff against the wall, that's originally where the packaging wheels were.
Yeah, we had 2 of them against this
And
wall.
then they were eventually moved to that back wall there. I love the door. Look at the upper right, which, how do I get to the photo?
Oh, refresh.
Refresh?
Yeah, it should yeah.
Oh,
There we
yeah,
go.
right here. That door there.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Oh, will you?
Yeah, I walked through the whole building.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
But no, you're fine.
Anyway, we had a mezzanine here, the gray mezzanine,
Yeah.
right here, and I don't like where I feel trapped, and so up here in this room. There was no exit. So if there was a fire, and here's casting right here. So if there's a fire, it's possibly that casting is going to cause it, and then you're stuck in the room. So I literally had Mr. Fix-It put the door in there, and then they would just step onto the mezzanine in case of a fire, right? Well, the buyers don't want that mezzanine, so it's like, fine, I'll take it. But you deal with the door. So you got this door that opens into nothing.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what they're going to do with it. The dock, I can't remember what was on the dock before Thomas. Or was it just storage?
Just storage.
Yeah. There's the TARDIS. That has to be moved over.
Yeah, that's going in the foyer.
There's just some more stuff. But we're going to start walking back.
There's the doors that I throw when I give the tours. Before the mezzanine, this door here, that's where we would take our forklifts and be able to forklift up file cabinets, desks, all that. A lot bit easier than hauling them upstairs. Well, then, what I would tell the tours when I was doing tours is this is where I throw the petulant employees.
Throw the people off. Yeah, Ron, I think he said he was going to, he's going to build pallets because these doors open up.
Yes.
And he's going to build pallets right there. So then the forklift can just come pick them up and then, take them across the building.
If we can. That's a tight squeeze there now that the mezzanine is there.
Yeah, there's a big, I think I should take a video of it, but there's a big cutout right here. There's a big square.
Yeah.
But I think it can work. But that's what it's for. Let's keep going. Bunch of tool chests. I think they moved all the tool chests.
I know. And again, how did we end up with so many tool chests? I don't know. It's like every time we need a tool chest. Let's run out and buy one. Let's not look for one. The wall, that was from that was from a ReaperCon. I think it was the...
it was the Steampunk Circus.
Yeah.
2013?
Yeah. No, 2013 was the Dark Carnival had come to town.
So 2012 then.
Yeah. No, 2012 was Pirate. I think it was the 2013.
I think maybe. Oh, I think because we put all this fake brick up.
Yeah. And we used to have shelves in front of this stuff.
Well, before that, we had the packaging wheels.
Wheels there, yes.
We had 2 wheels, like basically along these walls.
But then with the pallet racking on one side and then the brick walls on the other side,
it looked like an alley.
It looked like a very thin alley, and I always called it Ripper Alley.
Ripper
because you throw in some fog and it looks like something you'd think in Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, and we're just going to leave that there, right?
Yeah,
for them. Just have them deal with it.
They can tear it down just as easily as we can.
So packaging wheels used to be here.
Yes.
As well as QC used to be to the right of it.
To the right of it, yes. And so you would finish with your package, put it in QC. QC would take it, and then right there would be where the yellow front
bins?
loader is the
QC
is where it was QC. The yellow bins were always here.
Yeah, this used to be called the dinosaur room, I believe, a long time ago.
Yeah.
Remember when we used to have Reaper used to sell
dinosaurs?
What were they called? Something Quest, maybe. I can't remember what they were called. The plastic dinosaurs.
Yes.
And this was called the dinosaur room. I don't know. I
still don't know why we have that air outlet. That's compressed air right there.
Yeah. Were the wheels there eventually at one point? No. No. Yeah. There's no reason for air to be back here.
But yeah, we at one point we were this Chinese manufacturer of bones wanted us and put the squeeze on us to be a U.S. distributor of their dinosaur products, which was fine. But the thing is that that's a totally different market. We're used to the fantasy gaming market, and these plastic dinosaurs are not that. I don't remember.
So there was a shelf along this wall, and then
Yeah.
shelves in between.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
And these were just this back in the day was full of metal.
Mm-hmm.
It was just full of metal. Obviously we downsized a lot.
That's where Ron practiced his running man in a T-Rex outfit.
Yeah, Collecta. They were called Collecta.
Yeah, was that it?
Yeah, Collecta.
In fact, we still have a couple of the big T-Rexes.
Yeah, there's a lot in Ron's office.
Go figure.
I think. Well, not packaged, like unpackaged, like
Yeah.
on his shelves. Yeah, it does look smaller when it's empty.
Yeah.
Was that the bone? Yes, this was the boneyard.
Boneyard. That's where the boneyard was.
So it's been the boneyard for almost ever, for as long as I remember. So that's right there. So shelves of just metal. And then eventually we put plastic in there. But yeah.
And then now that's the current new location for the packaging wheels.
So this used to be a solid. This used
And
to be a back
This
door.
used to be this back wall here, which ended up being packaging. That's where mold making was.
There was a big wall.
There was no doorway there, and yeah, there was that was where mold making was, and there was a temporary wall on either side,
Like this.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we would go back there, and my desk used to be right there. Mm-hmm. And then I remember there was some old employees because the packaging wheels got moved over here.
Yes.
And they would throw at one point they would like get rubber bands and they would shoot them over the wall. And I think you or Ed got super pissed off at them.
Yes, because you're not supposed to be
Exactly.
playing around, but also too, it was a fireable offense to throw anything at anybody because
Exactly.
we're dealing with metal figures, and even in jest, throwing something that was metal could hurt somebody.
Exactly.
And in fact, I fired an employee because he was getting in an argument with somebody, and he threw he was packaging this metal figure, and he just threw one at him. Immediately, you're fired.
And so I remember they would just shoot them over the wall and got super pissed off. And then, what was that? I remember, this is a funny story. So there used to be tables right here with a bunch of masters on them, right? And I think it was my first week of working at Reaper. And I went back here because I was a caster. So I went back here and I was talking to Kevin and Gant, who handled all of our masters and did all that stuff, right? And I was like, oh, these look cool. And I picked up a box of where the masters are. And I, and then they looked at me funny and I immediately dropped one. And Kevin looked terrified. And I was like, what? And he goes, those are masters. So I was like, oh. So, there for many years after that, I never touched any masters for like 6-7 years. I never touched them because I was scared because of that. For my first week working here, I dropped a master.
So one of my, I can tell this now because I think the statute of limitations have run. On one of my tours there back in mold making, I would usually take them back to Erica's desk, and she always had some greens and some other masters, and I would take one of the greens out and show people and all that, and then one time I was picking it up and I dropped it and it broke off. I was like, okay, well, we're just going to put this back here and not say anything. Like it just
happened. It just broke on its own. And did Git ever bring it up?
She didn't know.
Oh.
Right? So,
That's
and
hilarious.
I didn't come and confess, so.
Yeah, I think Derek handed me a green stuff sculpt he hadn't turned in yet, and I painted it and was like, no, don't even look at it in that direction. Was this at ReaperCon? Probably. But yes. That was a good time. I remember being back there. Then they moved the packaging wheels over, and then we'll keep going. Oops.
Then
I used to take naps back there.
Oh, on the clock, huh?
No, during my lunch break.
Sure, yeah.
This is my old desk right there.
Yeah. And those are the hurricane-proof windows.
Yeah, so this is you can see the shipping container right here.
Yeah. That was the 40-foot storage container that Mr. Fix-It converted and made part of the factory. But wherever you see these wooden floors, and there's the actual container doors there.
Yep, they laser cut or like they cut the side of the container out.
Yeah.
And then extended the roof.
Yeah.
To connect
the joist. Yeah, to connect it to the factory. And then we have a window company right behind us. We're friends with him, and he had a job where he had 2 panes of hurricane-proof glass.
Yeah.
And he's like, you guys want to? Well, we just happen to be installing mold making, sure. So I always joke that if a tornado came by, that would be the only thing left standing.
A shipping container.
Yeah.
You can see the old patio. So this is the old patio.
Yeah.
So because you would walk this way to take your trash out behind the building.
Yeah.
Because we have dumpsters right out here.
Yeah.
And so that was the old patio. So it was always really cool that I had a desk in a shipping container. But this is where Mama-san used to sleep.
Oh, all the time, right back in there.
Yep, because it was always hot back here during the summer times because we didn't have any AC
And
back
she
here.
had her bed, and she was part of the tour.
And so she used to sleep back here all the time. And then we cut these little holes like up here to try to get air.
For AC and stuff to get in there
And
to
then,
help equalize the temperature.
yeah, you can see them up there, top left. Yeah, that's it. And then I'll show you right. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way there. Yeah, so back over here, there's an AC unit back there.
Yeah.
And that's just where all the molds were.
Metal molds, yeah.
So, like, if you can imagine, there was huge shelves with just molds all over them, right? And this was underneath a mezzanine, so we used to have this mezzanine up here.
Yeah.
So it was really dark.
Yeah.
And so I used to have a cot that set up back behind the molds. And during my lunch break, I would clock out because we had a clock right here. I'd clock out, set my alarm for an hour, and go over here and go to sleep. This is back when I used to teach high school right across the street. So before work, I would wake up at like 5 in the morning, come teach band in the morning, and then come to work at Reaper right after that at 9, 10 or something like that. And then I would go teach class at like 11 for about an hour. And then I'd come back and I would take a little nap, and then I would come back to work. And then I would leave work and go teach night rehearsal for the band. So I was just, at that point in my life, I was working quite a bit every day. So I needed that little nap. So I had a cot set up back here because it was dark.
Do we feel, Kara? No, I'm running too fast. I'm sure after it's all done, yes, I probably will. But right now, it's like I gotta set up the dumpsters. I'm trying to get the phones moved. It's just constantly in there. And then I think we've told everybody we have ghosts here.
In the new building?
No, in the old building.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned it before.
Yeah, and so I don't know what they're going to do. I think I might invite them to go to the new building, but we'll see.
And then let's just keep going. Mezzanine was under here, and you can see where it connected.
Yeah, we're taking that ramp, by the way. So
this one?
Yeah. Okay, stop there, or go back a little bit. There, stop. See this right here, that AC tube. I don't know if we ever mentioned it, but the AC ducts.
That's the missile.
That's the missiles. Someone mentioned that when they were installing them, that they look like ICBM missiles.
Yeah, we painted the two, or y'all painted the two,
and that's all it took. Ed and I got on the scissor lift and we painted. We painted this one to look like a U.S. Minuteman, and that's air conditioning, masters, and casting. And then over to the right is a Soviet SS-18 that we painted green with the red star and all that sort of stuff. Just for those who haven't done the tour yet.
And
now I'm not sure, Cranky Dog. There might be, but we've had the area where the factory. I think I've told this story, but the area where we had the factory used to be an old town called Alton. Back in the 1800s.
Yeah.
And it eventually dried up and blew away, and it was the county seat of Denton County until there was a drought and they had no water, so then the city elders went to where the current city hall is, donated the land, drilled and found water, and so they decided to move the city hall and the county seat to where it currently is now. And then Alton just kind of faded away.
Yeah.
And you can't have two towns in the state of Texas with the same name. So literally years and years later in South Texas, a city called Alton was formed.
Oh.
And so now what they call it is this is officially now called Old Alton.
Old Alton, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know the Old Alton Road.
Yeah.
And
Old Alton Cemetery, which is over by that church.
And that's where the story of the Goatman's Bridge, right?
Yeah.
Because that was the road that came in to get to Denton.
Yeah. When you came through Denton, you back in the day, before automobiles, you had to make a choice. If you're going to Fort Worth, you have to cross Goatman's Bridge. If you're going to Dallas, you would take this trail through Alton and go to to Dallas.
Old Alton. That's funny. Because now it's a normal road that everybody drives. Let's see. We go into here. I think we go into casting next.
Yeah.
There's that. I look up so you can see the little drop off here. The little squids.
There you go. There's casting.
Yeah, and this was my home for like 7 years.
Yeah, there's the AC. I call it the dragon, the mouth of the dragon back there. We had like 25 tons in casting because casting was always the hottest area, especially in the summer. So we put on extra AC just to make sure that it stayed cool. And there's Masters, the doorway there in the Masters. And then back here is what we call the Jeffries tube.
I forgot. I'm trying to think. So, okay, yeah, Masters, before it became its own room, it didn't have a ceiling, and it did have a door.
Right. It was going to be remember, we were only doing metal.
That's where master casting was back there, too.
Yeah, and so we were going to have 8 lanes of metal casting.
Oh, gosh.
But then when we started moving into plastic, we don't need that many metal lanes.
Mm-hmm.
So literally, it wasn't Mr. Fix-It. I think it was Victor before Mr. Fix-It put in that floor above casting, and now we had Masters, and then we had a room above.
I'll go in there. I go in there later.
How's everybody? Is everybody still watching?
Yeah. Hello.
I mean, why we reminisce?
We're reminiscing.
Hopefully, this is entertaining for you.
There's the Victoria Miniatures headquarters sign.
Yes.
But it became like kind of our prep room for resin casting. So it's still being boxed up. This is card printing. But it used to be a bunch of smaller offices. Do you remember that?
Yes.
There was a wall here.
Yes, Victor and Amber, the production foreman. Yes, I'd forgotten about that.
So this used to be like 4 smaller offices with a hallway.
Yes.
With no roof.
Yeah.
And so eventually they knocked all the walls down and then they put a ceiling on. And that's what connects the mezzanines. So that's how we created this whole upper area.
But I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, that used to be offices. Yeah.
Because this didn't have a roof before. Because during the first ReaperCons, there was a lot of classrooms in there.
There was classrooms in there, yeah. Yeah.
So I go underneath the mezzanine. This is just where we stored a bunch of the raw stock, I guess.
Yeah.
No, package. What was it called? 6-packs?
Yeah.
I forgot what they're called.
That's Ed's storage room there. Right there.
We'll go up the stairs here.
Yeah. The stairs were actually a gift from Reaper Harley's dad. He made stairs. In fact, he did the stairs for Alamo Stadium in San Antonio. That's what he did. And so when we bought this building, he built us this set of stairs. I gotta leave it. Otherwise I'd figure out. There's a Soviet missile right there.
Yeah, with the red star.
Yeah.
And then this
is the mezzanine.
This is what we called kit shop.
Yeah.
And so this is where all learn to paint kits and the paint sets were built. So they were all built up here. But it's pretty cool because this wasn't here for a very long time.
Yeah.
For Reapers.
And there to the left is the doorway where I throw the petulant employees.
Oh, yeah, to the left.
And there's your office right there above.
Yeah, right here.
And see, I don't even know what happened to the parrot.
I don't know.
I'm sure it's been packed away.
It's been moved, I think. I mean, it's not there, but
yeah.
There's Pac-Man. What I was always wanting to ask this is why isn't this covered? Like what?
The upper part?
Yeah.
Okay, the bottom part is only covered to protect the walls. Since we have the insulation and everything, Ed was scared that that people with pallet jacks or anything else, that you've seen the forklift.
Yeah.
How scraped up it is. Is that they would run in and just tear up the insulation and all that. So literally, just to make it look nice, but also to protect the lower walls, we had all these walls installed and painted down below, but there was no reason to do it up top, but all that, we had to put in all that insulation, all those straps and all that insulation. We had to put that in. The building virtually had nothing.
Oh.
So since we were going to AC it, we needed some sort of insulation.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that you see this is covered, like that part of the wall. And then once we get over here to the right, you can see that's covered. and then the back's not. So I was like,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
but literally the shipping receiving dock, we had to coordinate that off. So literally what they did is they just built all the way to the ceiling, whereas this is just the metal frame, the outside metal shell, and that's for the insulation. So since we did sheetrock build out for the dock, there was no reason that we needed to put up any protection.
Got it. Yeah, I was always curious, and then it all got covered up eventually by big, huge shelves. So it didn't really.
But back in the day, I mean, we had some stellar people that would just ram things into the walls or something, and
So we're taking this little ramp right here. Okay, cool.
mainly because we have two mezzanines that are not the same height. The gray mezzanine Ed and I bought off of Craigslist, and the current mezzanine that was built is a little bit taller. So yeah, that ramp was developed to merge the two.
Yeah.
And since we have these two now at the new factory, we probably need a ramp to justify that. So yeah, we'll take that ramp.
You can see it's a slight pitch,
just a slight,
a slight pitch downwards. And then you can see this. You can see this was the floor above
the offices.
Card printing.
Yeah, card printing and the offices. Yeah, that was put up. So that Kevin back in the day when we were testing resin, that was the resin room.
Yeah. And I'll walk by it right there.
Yeah.
So this was the resin room, and we needed it to be climate controlled. That's why it's in its own little
and humidity.
room.
Yeah.
And so it has its like own little AC and things like that, and it's closed off. But that's where we were testing like resin, like pressure pots and like all that stuff.
That was Kevin's and Ed's project.
Little workshop.
Yeah, I didn't know that much about it.
I didn't go in there at all, hardly ever.
Well, I was told not to go in there because of the climate controlled, and it was like, no, only
let
go
dust
in if you
in.
have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't let dust in, all
Yeah.
that stuff. And so we keep going. This was the mezzanine. Like I said, you can see now I'm walking above where
offices.
card printing, and then we cut this piece. This wasn't here before. Like this used to be a wall.
Yeah.
Cut this out, and this became a whole room.
This was below you is the masters and the casting. This all used to be casting, but then as we converted to plastic, we had the roof put on. But then the casting itself, the metal casting room, was higher than the master's room, the ceiling.
Yeah.
We needed a taller ceiling. So that's why you got this area up here. And this is actually where the workout room was. All the workout equipment you're saying, this is, it's we didn't have any use for it. So people would always seem to, well, I got a bench. Can I bring it up? Sure, knock yourself out. So it just accumulated everybody's workout equipment,
And it was very loud because I don't know if you saw, but we cut out a little square
Yeah.
in the roof or the floor
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
So this thing is what we called the silencer.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was at the top of Jerry, our air collection machine.
Yeah.
Because it's so loud. They put this little foam box on top of it to help absorb the sound.
Yeah.
And it was just so tall that they had to cut out the roof.
Yeah.
Which was the floor in here, and then now it made this.
And
little...
it was extreme overkill for what we needed, but it was the cheapest option at the time. I remember I had a tax client that sold and installed car washes. And when you have a car wash, you have vacuums.
Yeah, it's the
right? I
vacuum
thought,
machine.
This is perfect. I know someone that can do it. Well, by the time they finished, it was like, it's going to be $50,000 just for the vacuum evac system, and then we have to install it. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll install it ourselves.
Yeah, and so Ed found this one out of a guy out of Florida, and it was $17,000.
Okay.
Still a lot cheaper, but loud, very loud.
Yeah, it's that now it has its own room and all that stuff. But that's what that is.
It could be, Cranky Dog. You could theoretically jump down there into casting if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could.
I might put a secret passage in my office.
Oh,
a wall with a secret passage door.
Yeah. Make that like a false door.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, because that office space I'm going to have to put in a wall. It's just like Ruben doesn't have time now because we're busy moving. After the move, I'm going to have a wall.
Yeah. Make it look like a normal wall.
Yeah.
And then you like touch a button somewhere
and then it opens up. Yeah.
Fog spills out.
I could get some fog.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so
there you
smoke
go.
bomb. But it used to be very hard to circulate air in casting because when casting was this tall,
Yeah.
it didn't have a roof, so it
Yeah.
was just very tall. So it was just talc and all that stuff. But when they brought the ceiling down and added Jerry, it was able to circulate the air.
Bow splitter, yeah.
To the Batcave.
There's
There's that door, by the way.
The right now we have a storage area that has a roll-up door. That's our dock, where the receiving dock, right? Eventually, I want to move all that down to the new factory, and so I'm probably going to convert that roll-up door to where we store the cars,
Okay.
and I'm going to call it the Batcave.
Oh, that's a good name for it.
Yeah.
You can see there's the dumpster that we're throwing trash into.
And the safety chain that's down.
Hey, we were moving stuff.
I used to jump the employees all the time because it's like it doesn't matter if you're in the process.
Yeah.
The whole point is that
Keep it up.
It has to stay up. Yeah.
There's the doors.
Yeah.
Walk this way. I don't go into any offices up here. I do show the old studio though.
Yeah. See, there's the old banner from the 2013 ReaperCon.
Oh yeah. We haven't taken that down. We've taken
And
down
this
most of the
is
banners.
the original studio right here. This is where it all started. There was a little there's the triangle table that Ed and Ron started out, and we would record the shows, and that's why when it says Reaper Live, it has quotes on it because it really wasn't live. But we would record them and then publish them afterwards after editing, and we thought that was. We were all scared of like I don't want to get on there. I might say ass.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. You never know what Ed would say.
Yeah.
You know?
Now Ed. Yeah. That was a true worry.
I mean, looking at it now, it's crazy that you guys did so much in
And
there.
we tried to cut down on the echoing, so it has carpet. Whereas the rest of I'm
Soundboard.
sorry, I forgot my Madden board. All the sound squares and then the carpeting here just to cut down on all the echo.
all the noise.
Yeah.
And because Justin used to sit here, there used to be, this is where the computer
Yeah.
and the control area
Yeah.
was over here.
And in fact, some of the early stuff, I would sit here. John would sit here. And when we started ReaperLand, and in fact, you see it when John is like doing
pirate.
the big sailing ship wheel, and I'm sitting right here, kind of looking like, "What are you doing?"
And like our monitor was just to the right.
Yeah.
That's where we would look.
Yeah, we would always look right there.
But
I
it's
mean,
so small.
it was cramped. Yeah,
It is so small. Like I've been cleaning it out, and right now it's just full of like masters. These are all masters, like production masters and photography things that Ron was using. But just looking at it now, it's just crazy that this was the set because you guys built all the shelves back here.
yeah.
The cubbies
This thing that you see on Reaper
live
now, which is over there,
with all the stuff on it.
That was originally in the studio, and that's where it.
Yeah, I think it was just like two of those. I
Yes,
think.
Cranky Dog. Yeah, but that's
wasn't
where it
very big.
originally started from. Yeah,
And then that's crazy to
and
look
then
at.
we finally we played and played and played, and finally I think I came up with like I miss the old background with all the curio stuff and stuff. So when we put in this new desk, let's bring that back.
You know what? Let me go back real quick. So right here, originally, I forgot about this until just now. Before the studio, you see these two windows.
Yeah.
You're like, why are there windows there? This used to be a whole like
Floor.
like a break room above the break room.
Yeah, it was
was
the
just a room.
open gaming room.
Exactly.
We had originally thought that maybe it would be offices if we ever needed them or storage. And eventually what happened is that we just had some gaming tables. So
Warlord,
Warhammer, people could come up and, hey, just come up
Play
here,
D&D.
set up, play D&D. And it was just like this nice little remote. And that's why you had the windows there.
Yeah, it was a cool extension of the
Actually,
game
we
store.
figured out before, if you notice, you have this wall here, and you notice there's a separation. What we figured out is the reason why this room could never stay cool with the AC is that literally the cold air was getting forced down. Hot air rises, cold air. And so while the AC was blowing up there, all the cold air, and it's kept this room hot.
Oh.
And I forget who pointed it out, but it's because so we put this wall in, and all of a sudden the room could be cooled.
Oh, I see. And then, because like you would come through this door.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to show, but all these walls weren't here, so it was just a big open room,
open area. Yeah, and then eventually offices were created in the studio. But yeah, it was just a big open air
gaming area.
Gaming area.
And then that's where like artist conference was. Like when all the artists would come into town.
Yeah.
We would all come up here, and everybody would be painting and playing games and stuff up here. But it was just one flat, big room.
Yeah.
And then they put up. Oh, yeah, this is perfect right here. Yeah.
There's the back wall. There's the restrooms. Those were always there.
Yeah.
But instead, it was just this big room. Now you have the studio wall over here, and then all your offices here.
Yeah, there's 2 offices, but those weren't there originally. It was I totally forgot because that was such a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat to think about. I totally forgot about it until just now when we started looking at this. Because the studio's like, the studio's been there forever, but especially now that we have the new studio.
And this is your office, isn't it?
Yeah, this was Cheryl's old office. I don't know who had it before me.
Yeah.
There's still some furniture in there.
And then there's somebody writing on the wall there.
That's me.
The window.
There's Collins' old office. Yeah, so like I can't read the wall, I don't think. But you can kind of see it.
Oh, see some writing there. There's some writing there.
Does anybody else do this at work? Do you guys do this in chat? I didn't have a whiteboard, so...
Ed's neighbor had a teenage daughter, and you'd be in the backyard doing something, and you'd look up at her room, and she was writing on the window. So finally one day I took a photo because it was backwards and then reversed it, and it's her complaining about her parents.
That's funny. And so like when I would have ideas about ReaperCon or ideas about whatever, I would just like social media, like what am I going to do on Monday? Or like, I need to do this in the Discord. And so I kind of write it as like my to-do list or my idea list. And it's like, do these things on Reddit or, and then I would write ideas, contact these people.
Yeah, exactly. Pegasus, the actual whiteboard. Exactly. Yeah. But this has writing on it, and I never figured out. I never gone in there. I was figuring maybe some employee was like, I'm locked in here, help me or something,
I think it says ReaperCon. I think it says it right there. Oh, I can't zoom in. I can't read what it says. I should take a picture of what it says.
Oh, Kara? Yeah. My wife always finds it hilarious because if I'm in the shower and I'm preoccupied, the steam and everything on the windows, that becomes my whiteboard.
Oh.
And I'm sitting there doing math calculations on, okay, if we take this money and we do this, I'd have this much left. And I mean, and then, and just wait a second, and then it fogs over and there's your brand new whiteboard.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
And so, yeah, this is kind of where I used to do stuff. And then this was like a photography room. That's where Colin used to do his stuff. Storage rooms in the back, and then we go back this way. I don't know what's going to happen with all of these. I think Kevin's going to gather them up and do stuff with them. But it was an old project. I don't know what it was for, but yeah, the stairway.
Yeah,
this used to be that door right there used to be the employee door.
Yes. Yeah.
The big crack in the concrete there.
And then there's the executive offices.
Oh, I don't go back there, but yes.
Good, because my office is a total mess.
The old game store. I think that's it. Yep, that's where I ended.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, good. Now we have some memories of what the shop looked like when it was empty.
And go in the archives, because there's a lot of old pictures. I thought about kind of cutting in old pictures, like as you walk through, just kind of cut to what it used to look like.
Oh yeah, kind of like what they do. I see that all the time with like World War II photos, where they're like have German troops standing in the middle of a city center in black and white, and then they go to the actual what it looks like now, and then superimpose them.
There's like cars everywhere now and buildings.
Yeah. The executive office,
the toilet.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, nice stroll. And there's a lot of stuff I'm sure I forgot or missed.
You didn't even make it into...
I didn't go into the old
the
gallery.
Inspiration gallery.
Because that used to be like... that used to be Ann's office.
Matt's office.
Matt's office. And then you guys tore out all the walls. And then... Because I remember there was this weird room. You would go back there and go in. And that's where like Martin used to be painting. I think his name was Martin.
Yeah.
Long hair.
Yeah.
Long hair guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I've totally forgotten about him.
And Ann would be in there. But then it had like a little doorway into a side office, and I'm like, what's back here?
But that was actually that's when Matt had his office there.
Yeah.
And then if you go to where Paxton is, the current break room, that's the small little side office, and it was actually 2 offices.
Yeah.
And so it ate up all that. And then as Matt left and we wanted to do the inspiration gallery, it's like, take this half wall and now convert this over. And
it was very weird.
Yeah.
That whole, during that era, I never went back there very much, but it was just a weird layout, if I remember correctly. And then when the inspiration gallery came and all that stuff, it opened up a lot, especially our new meeting room was awesome, and all that stuff. Yeah. Watching what, Madman? Oh, are you talking about the superimposed World War II stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. The showroom? It used to be like the most decorated area of the whole building, the gallery. And it was
John and was like, I know you have places to go, but oh my God.
Oh, you talking about when I did the tour? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When she saw the gallery for the first time. But it was the most decorated and most thematically themed, I guess, because it was like medieval, like torture room kind of.
Yeah,
like
with the doors, but also we'd gone out to dinner with this guest, and he was buying, so he took us to a restaurant called Houston's in Addison, it just has tons of restaurants here locally. Anyway, we really were struck by the decor of that restaurant, and so we told Victor. We really like that. And he goes, I could do this. And we're like, no way. And he goes, yeah, I could do this. And so he did. He did. And that's why you kind of get those wood beams and everything.
Yeah.
That's the decor of it is from that restaurant.
It looks very, what's the word? It's like industrial, like medieval industrial.
Yeah.
Because it looks like they made wood and they painted it black to make it look like steel.
Yeah.
But then it has like
from your like building of the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the architecture, but yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, and then like the tops of all the cases look like the Golden Gate Bridge. And they were all connected, suspended from the ceiling.
But that was to run power to all the IKEA cases so you could have a light on top.
And they were all connected. So if somebody bumped into them, they were kind of all connected on the top. So they wouldn't really fall over.
Right.
Because they were suspended, I guess.
Yeah, and then the doors were
torture doors.
Torture doors that we got the handles off of one of those Tuscany catalogs that have all the dragon heads and all that.
Oh.
And then they had
portcullis.
So that if we decided to lock the room and there was a tour, they could at least open up and look
Are those
in
staying?
there.
Or are we taking
No,
those?
I'm taking
Oh, I
those.
was
Those
about
are
to
going to
say.
go in my office.
I was about to say that's how you get into your office.
Yeah.
You can be like,
Yeah. What do you want?
Fog.
What do you want?
Fog and all that stuff.
Have the secret room and fog and all sorts of fun things.
Oh, Kara says it's called Hillstone now. Did they change the name of it?
Oh, really?
The restaurant.
Oh, maybe. It's been a while since we've been down there, but yeah, it's very cool.
I was always really jealous of the gallery's decorations. I was like, why can't the whole building look like this? It would be so cool if it was like super decorated like that. Like that room was super, super decorated.
Yeah, we could, except now we're all tightly bound in. But
Yeah.
given time, I mean, kind of depends. There's like Ron's office. He's painting his office, and
Oh, is he? Is that
I
what
think
he's doing
his
right
whole
now?
office is now going to be the Indiana Jones. Instead of having it as a side
Side
office,
office?
it's the whole.
Do the whole thing. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, no one's ever going to be in there but him, but just
Yeah.
kidding.
There you go, Kara. We're taking donations. Fund it.
The next Kickstarter. Bones.
Oh, there you go. The Kickstarter. Yeah.
Indiana Bones.
Indiana Bones. We need this for our factory. Give us money.
Yeah, Dave, why can't the whole building look like that? I mean, we started doing some cool stuff with the blast doors, like in
There
here.
you go. See? If,
How about
if
$3.50?
everybody pitches in $1.05.
So yeah, that's kind of that's probably going to be the last thing we do with the building stuff.
Yeah.
That'll be the last things. And then once we get Kara in here, we'll start doing some paint reviews and things like that. Maybe Kara can start coming in on Fridays. Thoughts?
Maybe. That'd be nice.
And then we
Having
can
her as a regular.
A regular?
Hint.
I know Anne's been streaming all week. She had Monday and Tuesday off this week.
I
She
never
was doing
asked,
something.
was she affected by the fires?
I don't think so. Because isn't Anne in Southern California? I don't know my California geography very well, but I don't think she was. Maybe just some air issues, but air quality things. But yeah, I know she's been running and stuff and doing all of her stuff. I've been listening in every morning as I've been moving stuff. Oh, this week I've been in casting pretty much all week.
Yeah,
we had huge orders this week. Obviously, it's the beginning of the month, so everybody's trying to get their Stranger and Hound promotional model. Also, we had some big distributor orders, but we got it all done. I got it all. We finished it yesterday, so I was in casting pretty much all week. Today was the first day I was able to come in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you spoiled the mood, madman.
What?
Get your butt in here too.
Oh, marbles. It's 4:07, so it's up to Dave if he wants to play marbles, or we can play extra next time.
No, we can do some marbles. Yeah.
All right.
Well, get your butt in here too, madman, as a guest.
Oh. Sorry.
You pulled the curtain. Now everybody got to see behind the curtain.
All right. You can get your ears in.
Get my ears in.
Oh, my knee.
I'll be so glad when this move is over. Yeah, that's what I say every Friday. Madman. See? You got one watcher right there.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we get Madman. We could...
Oops.
There we go.
Hold on. For some reason...
Hold on a second, Hyper.
Looking for my capture.
Is it here?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chad can hear me too. Is it here?
How about there? Maybe here? Sorry, I just love the Madden screen. Oh, MG photo replay. There you go.
I'm looking for... Oh, here it is. Desktop capture. Hold on. I got to adjust real quick, chat. I'm grabbing it. I have to do it every single time. There we go. I already have the February tournament set up, so...
Hopefully you're not echoing for them.
Let's see here. Looking for a decent one. How about Chill Volatile Activity?
Okay.
That sounds like a good name.
Not yet, Obi.
Now.
Now, everybody.
Exclamation point play if you are in chat.
I like the farm field. Very, very North Texas there.
Yeah, what is this? Cabbage?
Yeah.
Carrots?
Carrots, cabbage, possibly potatoes.
It looks
I don't know,
delicious.
I'm not a farmer.
Me and Sarah are setting up. We have a garden. I'm going to start it in 30 seconds, chat. We're growing a garden this year in our backyard.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be a salsa garden.
Ooh. Sounds exotic.
So I bought her a little greenhouse for Christmas. So
cool.
So a little tiny greenhouse. I say tiny. It's quite big, but I'm excited. 5 seconds, chat. If you're not in, Pocket Lint getting in right under the wire here.
Of course he is.
Pocket Lint, are you coming to ReaperCon this year? I enjoyed talking to you at ReaperCon this past year. Oh, Hyper Bunny's out into an early lead there.
And through the toilet bowl.
Look at MG photo. He's on fire. He's going so fast. He caught on fire. Pegasus.
Madman taking an early lead.
Let's see. Pegasus is good. Looks like he's going to be the first one down the bowl here.
Oh, yeah.
There he
Pegasus
goes.
running away with it.
Who's going to be last? It might be Shaken, looking at the way things are going here. All right, let's catch up. Oh, Pegasus. You know, he's taking an early lead.
Holy crap, Pegasus.
Ooh. Hey, Mech Boy. Oh, Pegasus going down the stairs on the bottom right.
Yeah.
Pocket
Too
Lint
late.
got
Low
wrapped
hand.
up.
Next game.
There's Kara. Green users in the back. Let's catch up to the front. Looks like Mech Boy and Pegasus are at each other's throats.
Lowhald, you have to wait for the game to...
Before we go to the next race?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got the poppers.
Oh, Pegasus!
Oh!
He was going so fast down the stairs.
He got scotted.
Fell. Mech Boy! Oh, Mech Boy made it.
Wow, that was close.
MG Photo made it. Grave. Nope. Nihil. Oh! Madman. Kara. Bye-bye.
Bye, John.
There's Hyper Bunny and Obi.
Kara.
Dogfather. All right, let's catch up to the front. Let's see. We see Turgeon in the middle of the pack. Mech Boy. Oops. Grave mistake. Got stuck by the blocks. Roger and MG Photo fighting it. Let's see if they get stuck. Oops, sorry, wrong direction. Oh, they went past the twirly things. They didn't get stuck.
Oh, aren't they? Aren't
MG
they
Photo
the smart ones?
And Mech Boy are right behind them. Let's see if they get knocked up.
Not literally.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not literally.
There's the accelerator. Still, MG Photo.
Nobody's getting knocked up in the thing. Ooh, close, Lieutenant Floby.
I know, MG Photo. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to keep watching to see if anybody gets knocked in the air. See how I adjusted myself there?
Oh, they got pregnant. Okay.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Nope, everybody's still in the hamster wheel except for MG Photo, who's had some good luck this race. Speed down the little traps. Zewo. Whoa, Roger. Oh, Gravity. Shaken is in the first place right now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna trip somebody up. This is gonna be slow going down here, unless somebody can go around. I don't know if anybody can.
Oh, there you go. Reaper John tried to knock me up.
Wow, this is slowing everybody down. Let's see if Serenity and V. Wuchki can get to the edge. Pocket Lint's the first one out of this slow maze.
Grave mistake.
Serenity.
Lieutenant Floby.
Serenity
Pocket Lint
did it.
win.
Oh,
Cranky Dog, MG
not...
Photo, Chaos Queen, Shaken, Serenity Trek, Bow Splitter, and Roger.
And
yeah,
Zero.
Pocket Lint.
Let's all cheer V. Wuchki on as
Come on, V. Wuchki, come on. You can do it. We all believe in you.
Bonk. Bonk. Whee. Only one person went around all these.
And
Bonk.
There you go.
Pocket Lint. First place. How many points did you get?
101.
83. Nice. Who's the last one that didn't finish? Turgeon. Did not. All right, let's go back. I want to race that, whatever that is. Let's look for one that has a decent kill rate, about 40%. Aggressive Track Festival.
Sure. I love the name.
Let's do it. I wonder if they're all named after 3 names like that. Like they all seem to be like, adjective.
Okay, now exclamation play.
There you go. No, this one's trippy.
Yeah, a little bit too dark. I like to see the map.
Greenfest. This is going to be a gravity one where we go down the sides and then come back up the middle. Let me join. I'm going to start it. You got 30 seconds. Exclamation point play if this is your first time here.
No
The
cheating.
first marble races of February. The
if
month
it's your
of
first
love.
time.
Whee! All right, 18 seconds. Let's see if anybody else has changed their marble. Madman is the eye, snake eye.
Oh, nice.
Who's this? MG. Oh, MG Photos. Always the aperture.
Yeah.
Fitting for the name.
Lohal got in. That's good. All right, we're off.
Yep, we're gonna
And everybody's walking.
go to the left and right, fall down, and then
Pocket
come back
Lint, you
up.
have to log into Steam is the only thing I know.
To change your marble.
Yeah.
Download the phone app. The marbles on Stream.
On the phone app. Okay.
Moonglove Minis is the first one down the puzzle here. So everybody's gonna go up and then come back down this little plinko. Madman and Moonglum. Everybody seems to be going right except for Kara. She's forging her own path, going left. Turgeon got blocked by some structures that are floating up and down. Oh, there's some people that can go in the middle, like me and Pegasus. We went up the middle path. There's multiple paths that people can take.
Wow. Okay. Hard to know who's in first.
Yeah, I think Moonglum Minis is in first. You can see them all the way down there. Moonglum going up the thing. Let's catch up.
Just taking your own way, are you, Kara?
Pindrake. Let's see, everybody seems to be going left except for Green Users and Dogfather. Oh, this is going to be a time for everybody to catch up here. Oh, except for Oni Toby Kenobi. who was going too fast and popped out.
Going through these slow.
Yeah, except for Serenity again.
Serenity.
On the
Oh,
outside.
nope. Grave mistake is gone.
Oh, Serenity bypassed it. They went to the
Wow.
left. Now they're zigzagging down the loop, followed by Pendrake. Mech Boy is the first one out on the right side. It looks like there's going to be a teleporter. I don't know where you're going to teleport to, but I'll try to find it. Oh, it's not a teleporter. You shoot up in the air.
Okay. And where do we land?
Whoa.
Oh, against the back there.
Let's see. Okay, I zoomed in. So everybody's going to jump really high and land here.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's falling through the air.
I see you, Madman.
Bonk. Michael paints minis. Here comes Reaper Miniatures. Bounce.
So how was the trip?
Eee. Cranky dog. Bonk. That's a fun one. I like the bounce into the heart. V Woochki's the last one. Oh no.
Yeah.
Hyper Bunny and Roger. Let's see. Looks like we're coming up on the end here. Mech Boy is in first.
Oh, and then the acceleration tube.
Pew, pew. Oh, it's going to be close between Mech Boy and Dogfather, I mean. Slow-mo here.
And?
I think it's going to be Mech Boy for the first place. Low hold, fourth, it looks like.
Moon Glove Minis.
Low hold, green.
Green users. Reaper.
Where? Oh, there I am. Hopefully I don't get hit by the wall.
Nope, you fell to 10. Now you just fell out.
There's Zero.
Now you're going through the accelerator.
Oh, V Woochki's still in last, followed by
Bye, Boo
Hyper
Woochie.
Bunny.
What are you doing way back there?
They're just taking the scenic route. Hopefully the wall doesn't come. I don't know. Oh, there's the wall. I see it in the very back. They'll be fine. I think. It's gonna be close. For V Woochki here. Hyper Bunny.
Yeah.
Second to
Madman.
last. Oh, come on, V Woochki.
Well, it's accelerator.
Oh, they got it.
There you go. Now the wall's coming, but I think you'll make it. This is where it slows down, though.
Yeah, you got it. Doop.
There
Mech
you go.
Boy.
Mech Boy, 21.
Congratulations, Mech Boy. Mech Boy, he helps me at the BGG paint and takes.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah. Congratulations, everybody that finished.
So what are the current standings?
Yeah, let's go check that. Race menu. The hub. Leaderboards. Local. View. Mech Boy in first place.
Followed by Pocket Lint and the
Second.
Dogfather, Grave Mistake, and Moonglum's Minis, Lieutenant Floby. And so, we're ranking them by local,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, there it is. Local. So this is all the races. So right now we only have the top 6 that have points for these races. Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah. Everybody did well. Except for me. I wasn't playing. What'd you do?
My knee. I hurt my knee going up and down the stairs. Acceptable, cranky dog. All right, let me look for a
Hurt
raid.
your knee. You're getting old, John.
I know.
Did we say 3 races? Why did we say we did 3 races? We didn't do 3.
We didn't do 3. Did it say?
Church and
I got
I'm
knocked out.
sorry.
Let me see. Where's my Twitch? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see who's on.
Is Reaper Dave on?
You are. We can't raid ourselves, though.
I don't know. Collins used to do it all the time.
Raid ourselves?
No, he'd run us into a
wall.
wall.
A wall?
He'd pick somebody and he'd do it, and they weren't even streaming.
Let's see. I'm just going to go to the miniature models category and see who's on. I see Studio J7, Blades 81, Kana Minis. Why is this taking so long? There we go. Let's see. There's us. Painted Troll. You know
I don't think we've done, not this season. No, we haven't done 3.
Yeah, I think we've only done 2.
Yeah. Just those last 2. I don't know how they do seasons. I know that for the month of February, we've only done 2.
The Mini Mad Cat. Let's read the Mini Mad Cat.
Okay. Damn, I need sleep.
Do you?
I do.
What are you doing this weekend?
Moving.
Your office? Or...
I'll work on my office, but I don't know. It's whatever emergency is like stuck in my face that I have to deal with. That's my life for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, it is getting close down to the wire, huh?
Yeah.
I guess I'm just doing Super Bowl Sunday stuff with the in-laws. Super Bowl this Sunday. Even though I don't really care about the teams that are playing, but it's just, I guess it's more for the in-laws.
Oh, I do get to record the Puppy Bowl.
yeah, the Puppy Bowl.
Yeah.
I think more people are excited for that than the Super Bowl, to be honest.
All right, Madman. And yeah, I want you to come on the show too. Now that I think about it, we'll get you and Michael and Kara.
Go Eagles, Chaos Queen. Nice. All right. Yeah. Have a good weekend. That's all from me, really.
Puppy Bowl. It's on the Animal Planet. Yes, and it runs. It's really cool. It's really cool. They get puppies from all over the country and they put them in a football field, and they have rules about them picking up toys and then crossing the goal line, and it's what is it? Rough versus Bark, I think, are the two teams. Yeah. And then they have cats as cheerleaders, and the people in the stands are like parrots and ferrets and all. It's just cool. I love it all. Yeah. I'm not a big NFL fan, so you know.
Yeah. Me neither, really. I enjoy watching the occasional game here and there, but hey, yeah. But go enjoy your weekend. Go spend time with your family. Go do stuff. Go paint. Go do whatever you want.
Come up to Reaper. Help me move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
You know.
All right. Bye. Let me start the raid. Bye.